Welcome to The Rooted Warriors, the podcast where the bonds of sisterhood are not just celebrated, but explored through laughter, tears, and everything in between. Join me and my two dearest friends as we dive deep into the roots of our own friendships, sharing stories and challenges. Whether you're looking for inspiration, advice, or just a good story, we're here to bring a piece of our sisterhood right into your life.
Being alone can be restorative. Early morning coffee breaks before the house wakes up, a solo drive with your favorite playlist, reading a book without interruption. Alone is chosen, and it can be grounding. Loneliness, though, is very different. It's being in a room full of people, yet feeling unseen. It's conversations that never go beyond the surface when you're craving depth. Loneliness is your inner voice saying, I need more of this.
The illusion of full lives. On paper, our lives look rich. Family gatherings, work, deadlines, volunteer commitments, social events. We are in motion. But being busy and being full are not the same thing. We give endlessly our time, our energy, our attention, but rarely pause to receive. Even when surrounded by people, the depth might be missing. A busy life can still leave you with an empty heart.
Hey there, my unseen heroes. Let's talk about the kind of loneliness that no one warns you about. The kind that creeps in after the noise settles, when the house goes quiet. Your role starts to shift and the version of you that once felt solid suddenly feels out of focus. Maybe the kids are gone, or almost. Maybe your body's changing. The hormones are wild and you're feeling things that you can't even explain. 1 minute you're answering texts and making dinner like always, and the next you're crying in the pantry thinking, what now? Am I crazy? Does anyone even notice that I'm not okay? You're not falling apart, but you're not fine either. You're in the in-between, between chapters, between versions of yourself. And sometimes you just want someone to really ask how you are, to notice, to see you, to sit with you for a moment without expecting you to bounce back. So if that's where you are today, just know this, we see you, and you're not the only one.
Hello, ladies.
Hey.
We're back.
We're
back.
Yay.
Welcome back.
Well, welcome back. How's everybody doing?
Good.
I'm lonely.
I feel a little melancholy.
I feel a little sad. I'm just kidding.
You know, I think that women are the most connected yet lonely women, lonely women
100%.
in the world. Like we're so connected to everything, our children, our jobs, our everything. And yet we're still lonely. Like, why? Right?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like the majority of my life, my cup overfloweth.
Yeah.
How could I possibly
For sure.
feel lonely? You know?
I feel it causes guilt because you feel lonely and you shouldn't feel lonely, right?
Mhm.
Kind of.
You know what's funny is like hearing you say that, it reminds me of when I was a kid and my mom, everybody used to call each other off the landline, obviously, because we didn't have cell phones. And my mom every day would get a phone call from her mom in the morning and they would have cigarettes and coffee at, their own homes and talk on the phone for like an hour. And I remember thinking, what in the heck are these people talking about? That every day. And, and I was like 6 thinking that. Like, what do they have to talk about?
So kids notice.
Yeah. And they would always talk. And now as a grown woman, like, I get it. Like, she's asking her mom her opinion on things and they watched a show and they're talking about the show they watched and, church on Sunday and so next door and this and that and their sister and whatever. Now I understand why they did that because that's where your connection is.
It would be weird if a day had passed and I didn't either talk to my mom or my mom didn't call me.
Yeah. It was like there's something
That was
wrong.
a thing. And then my mom was also really good at talking on the phone, like calling everybody, reaching out. She was always good at staying connected.
Where I feel like we're really bad at that now. It's like if you can't answer it in a text message,
it's not
don't
true
call me.
because I call you all the time.
Yeah, but I'm bad at it. So
That's what she meant.
So
That's
me
what she
is
meant.
the mouse in my pocket.
Yes. You're very bad at it.
I'm very bad at it.
I was in the car with Maddie the other day and she's like, you're going to call Monica right now. And she meant she's in the car, right? And usually when I'm talking, I'm, talking by myself.
Right.
And I was like, no, it's okay. She won't answer, I promise.
And I answered that day. Because she was like, oh,
Whoa.
I didn't expect you to answer.
Ever. Yeah. I just
Whatever.
do it so she sees my name and knows that I'm like thinking about her.
No, so that way I make sure to eventually call her back. Eventually she gets the call back.
But I think that maybe that's like one of those things. That's another one of those lost arts that like texting somebody it's taken over that instead of hearing somebody's voice. And
Yes.
because now I feel like we shy away from the phone.
100%.
It's so
the last thing I want to
easy.
do.
Yeah. To just
Lord
like
help you if I don't recognize your
slide.
number.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Slide it to like decline.
But
that call.
everything we do is to disconnect from everyone. So
Yeah.
it's like I don't go out and shop on my own. I have somebody else do it and then they deliver it to my house. I text message everything. I ask AI to help me out with an email
Right.
4 different times till he kind of sounds like Mo. And then I have to redo it. And then there's 30 spelling errors and grammatical errors because I'm Mo.
Right.
So we can't do anything with other people.
Yeah.
And then we're wondering why we feel so alone.
Do you think that's what this is meant for? Like all of these things, like taking over our
It's to
lives?
make us feel alone.
It's
like, I think
disconnect.
AI is so that we don't have to use our brains anymore.
Well, they're taking what is our brains and creating an
Yeah, but you're just going to have a fat, lazy brain now.
yeah. But
that
now
you
the
don't
computer can
use.
take over.
Yeah, now the
Yeah.
computer has your brain.
Like my AI knows me so well. Today I asked it a question about my dad and he's like, well, you see, your dad is 73 years old. He'll be 74 this year. And with the loss of your mother and and the decline of this, because I ask my AI questions all the time. And I was like, oh yeah, that makes sense.
That's your therapist.
You're like dead on.
it is my therapist, right?
I'll go like this. Listen, I don't need you to sugarcoat anything. I want you to be highly critical of me. Stop making me a victim. Well, actually, you aren't a victim, but you aren't wrong either. So I'm siding with you. I'm just like, stop it. Be mean
Stop
to
being
me.
nice to me. It's not healthy.
But I think it's part of the loneliness. And I think that in the past, like back in the day, you'd be part of a village, you'd be out there making bread with another woman and hanging your laundry up.
Getting
and
water.
the men were out hunting together
Mhm.
and skinning together. and
Cooking.
all of these things we did as a village together. And now we're hiding away in our homes and our offices, ordering everything, having some random person that, God forbid, they even knock on our door. If they knock on the door, everyone loses their mind. Why the hell is he knocking on the door? I said, do not knock on the door.
I put it in the comments.
I said zero human communication.
Why is the Instacart guy calling me? I said, do not replace, refund. Refund. Right? So we do everything we can.
So would we put
to
ourselves
disconnect.
in that loneliness?
Yes, but really, it's 100% true that we have put ourselves in this, and then we wonder why we feel so lonely.
And it's so accepted by society, though.
well,
Oh,
yeah,
because everybody's lonely. Just take these little magic
everyone's
pills and you'll
sad
feel better.
and lonely. Yeah, everyone's lonely. I feel
Right.
like every woman in our age group, every time I talk about this with them, they all say that they're lonely, and it's because what does our self-worth come from? Honestly, what does your self-worth come from?
I think
Jenna?
like connections with people. Is that what you're talking
Yeah.
about? Yeah, connecting, right? And having
Yeah.
like socially and
Mhm.
getting out there. But now everybody's even socially awkward that
Mhm.
to go to an
Even
event
women.
is like,
And-
Well, we
Right?
just talked about an event, and Gina's like, and I'm like, no, we should do that.
No,
and
we
Gina's
should
like,
totally do it.
and then he's like, we could totally do this.
yeah.
And then
is that
when
like
it comes
a Zoom call?
literally. And when it comes to the day of the event, Gina will be like, well, what do you think?
Can I
I
just
don't
text
know.
in?
Do I need to go to this? Do you think it's a thing? Yeah, it's a thing, Gina. We're gonna go. We're gonna do this.
Yeah.
But it's true that we're all kind of in this now, and it's self-inflicted.
But
a
I
lot
also
of
feel
it.
like social media has played a big part in this. Like we can connect with anybody we want through emails, through social media. We don't need human connection, like sitting next to each other. I say that in quotations because
Yeah.
we do need human connection and we
Yeah.
do need to be close to other humans. But we use social media and a screen instead, and it's blue light and it does
Mhm.
so many bad things to your brain
It does.
that I just no wonder we feel lonely. But it's so accepted. It's like
It is.
everybody feels this way.
Yeah.
But there's something so fulfilling about laying in your bed and like zombieing out to TikTok.
Well, part
It's
of it is
like
that
a
we're
fake.
tired.
It's like a fake life.
It is a fake life.
right? It's like being in some la la land of just watching, Homestead video after Homestead
It's like
video.
you're Alice in Wonderland. You get to go somewhere else for a minute and
Yeah.
just be away.
Like, so they've made it so convenient and so easy where it becomes so inconvenient to have to human.
right.
I think about how a lot of times you'll hear men say, like women just talk too much. They share too much. They just overdo all that. And I think it creates a shame in us. At least it does with me. Like
does.
we're at a certain point, I was like, oh, like I'm less tough and less whatever if I share too much.
I'm
or
just a girl.
if I talk too much, if I feel too much. But women naturally need that. And some men naturally need that. It doesn't make them feminine. It just makes that's their personality type is they want to share. They need to feel loved. They need to have that village around them. And it shouldn't be a shame thing. It should be something that we embrace, but we all do it. We get upset when somebody's oversharing or talking too much.
Is it possible that we just like pour so much? This sounds like I feel like I'm complimenting myself. See, there I go with guilt, but pouring so much into other things like our kids and our husbands and our houses and our lives and stuff like that, this is not to shame the husbands because, they do the best that they can, but I mean, we're kind of left a little bit empty. So when we get together, it's like restorative.
100%.
You know what I mean? So that connection and
sure.
that talking to each other is healing.
I feel like it kind of goes back to our last episode when we talk about, finally watering ourselves.
Yeah.
Totally. With
You
each
know?
other.
Yeah.
Kind of like, let me pour into you and tell you how beautiful you are.
Mm-hmm.
You don't even need to think it for yourself. Let me
Yeah.
just tell you how beautiful you are. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
And
Like,
there's
we do
nothing
that.
wrong with that.
Mm-mm.
And that shouldn't be and men shouldn't be afraid of that. I think a lot of the times men get afraid when women get together because they're afraid that we're going to
They're gonna
team
talk
up against them.
Because we're powerful.
Yeah,
Just joking.
no, because they think that we're going to team up against them and
It's
we're going to
true.
encourage you. Oh, leave your man or your man's a
Well,
piece
they
of shit.
do. If you're with the wrong women that
Oh,
don't
yeah, for
offer
sure.
the
I always
right
say that.
posture of heart.
I mean, I've
Yes.
said that many times
Yeah.
that the wrong bitches will do that.
For
Oh, yeah.
sure.
But
Wrong friends.
the right ones will never do that. But they'll let you say what you want to say. And there's things that you just don't want to say to your spouse. And that's okay.
And there's things you
and it's better
can't.
that you don't say it to them.
Yeah.
Because you can't
because
say
you
to
will
yourself.
end up divorced. So
Yeah.
it's, you want to get it out, have that person say, okay, look, you're right. But here's a way to look
There's
at
no
it.
but there. I'm just right. I like that you just said that.
You're right. But it's good because we get it out. Because if you're too chatty Cathy with your husband, you're going to annoy him.
Oh, yeah.
If you're that little bird that's just chirping over his freaking bed early in the morning, he's going to want to put a sock in you. He's like, shut up. Like, I'm done with you. Like,
Just
no
stop
one
talking.
cares.
Do you guys ever get the look?
Oh, yeah. It's like the dumb shit look. It's like,
Or it's the slow blink?
oh, that too.
Mine just looks down at his phone and starts scrolling. And then it's my signal
Social
to
cues.
shut up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've talked too
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
So some of the deepest loneliness comes from being surrounded by people who don't even truly see you, right?
Yeah.
And it's often the
100%.
women who lead and comfort and mentor who feel it the most, to be honest, right?
100%.
They're just, that's kind of what we were just saying. It was that
Yeah.
we just kind of pour
I mean,
into
I
other
feel like
things.
that, like I'm looked at as a different type of female that like my feelings really don't count. So if Gina's feelings and your feelings don't count, mine extremely do not count.
Well, because you're tough, Mo, and you shouldn't have to feel like this.
And
you're-
I'm a fighter.
Yeah.
And that's my job is to fight. And I just got done saying that I don't want to fight anymore. I'm tired of it.
if I
Yeah.
never have to do
I
it
am
again.
so sick and I won't fight.
Yeah.
I don't want to fight with my husband. I don't want to fight with my kids. I don't want to fight with anyone or anything. I just want to freaking exist.
Can we just be
and-
peaceful?
Yeah. And for me to say that, that's like a big deal because
Right.
I'm a prize fighter. Like that's what I do.
100%. Ask the
And-
principal of Rip and High.
Ask everyone. But I'm just tired and I'm lonely and
I want love.
it's tough.
We just hug.
It's tough because everyone thinks that they know you and no one knows you.
Well, anybody that truly knows you, Mo, and I know you don't want everybody. Actually, you're just saying it right
I
now.
know
You're
you.
far
Gina
more
knows me.
sensitive. I know Gina knows.
Gina
You.
knows.
You're far more sensitive than the average Joe.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Well, I'm
just
still a
because
girl.
just
I'm
because
a
you
girl.
learn
At the
how
end of the
to-
day, I'm a girl. Like no
Right.
matter how you mask it, I'm an alpha female.
Right.
I'm whatever. I'm a girl at the end of the day. I get my feelings hurt.
Well, not to mention someone made you be this way. And you didn't act that way because you wanted to. It's not like you went out fighting because that's just who you are and that whatever. That was instilled in you somewhere. Like there was some anger or some hurt and loneliness and you were mad.
Yeah. Well, usually it's from a place of feeling unsafe. So you create a safe space of your own. And that's what creates the fight. And, you know,
you can control it.
You can control it if you're tough and you're strong and no one can boss you around. Right. But at the end of the day, life is lonely.
And 100%. But was it always? Like, did women always feel this way?
Did you feel lonely in your 20s?
No.
Me neither.
I didn't have time to be lonely.
I don't even remember ever feeling lonely ever.
Yeah.
Unless I wasn't around people or whatever. But I just
so many kids back to back. Like,
right.
I don't feel like, I mean, honestly, I barely remember my 20s. If I'm being really honest with you. Like people will be like, oh, what was Katie like at 3 years old? Hell if I know, I don't know. I just know she was a pain in the ass. That's all I remember. I don't remember much more than that. I can't get into depth with it because it's a blur. My life was a blur. I started from 5 a.m. and it ended at midnight. Like, I don't know what to say. Like, it was just a blur. And I didn't have time to be lonely because I was just doing my thing. But now that there's no kids and, you know, it's just Bob and I and, you know, our friends are everyone's busy. Everyone's doing their own thing. And even though I'm busy with work, it's different. And at work, no one's my friend. They're my workers. So I can't be my real self. I have to put on my Mickey suit everywhere I am at work. Even at my office, I have to have my Mickey suit on a little bit, somewhat. And my office is a little bit looser, but everywhere I have my Mickey suit. So no one sees the real Mo. And then I get home, I unzip, and it's just me and Bob.
Right.
And it's like, it's lonely.
So it's interesting because you just asked, like, what did you ask? Like, what fills you or what gives you purpose?
Yeah.
And to me, the first thing that came to mind was being a mom or being a wife or, you know, that kind of stuff comes to mind. But when that stuff goes south or they move out or start their own lives, you're kind of just left like, what?
And
what
when they have moments of hating us.
Oh, trust me, I'm feeling that right now.
And I went through it a year ago. And, you know, the thing is, it's like you feel like you're a failure. You're trying to tell them what you think is right and what you see. And, you know, it's never failed you thus far. And then when you finally tell them, look, like this is clearly an issue, and you feel like they abandon you. And they say, F you, you don't know what you're talking about, basically. I mean, they don't say that, but that's what they're saying.
Oh, sometimes they say
it. But it leaves you with a new type of loneliness because, you know, I feel like I was created to make the people I made.
Right.
And so when you feel abandoned by them, what's left?
Yeah, it was mom. You know what I mean? And now...
Because if your spouse leaves
like
you,
an
it's different.
Identity crisis.
Yeah. If your spouse is mad at you, it's different.
Right.
If they leave you, it's different. Your child can't leave you. That's like part of you. It's like literally your body, your breath, your blood.
That's what you think.
It's what you think. But when you feel it getting ripped from you,
it's gutting.
And then you're like, what did I do wrong? And you go back and you're like tearing yourself apart, everything you did wrong as a mother. Right. And you can do that all day long. I mean, I did it all day long. I mean, I cried myself to sleep for 2 months thinking I was this horrible, terrible person. And in some ways I was. Right. And I saw where I went wrong. And what did I learn? Keep my mouth fucking shut.
Yeah,
That's what I learned. Keep my mouth fucking shut. And guess what? That creates loneliness.
Yeah.
Because now I can't say what I want.
Yeah.
I can't say how I really feel.
Well, it means that your opinion doesn't matter now.
And the thing is,
just be quiet.
And the reality is, it doesn't matter.
And you know
it doesn't matter. It's their lives. It's not our lives. Yeah, and that's a hard pill to swallow.
I think our job is just to sit around and just watch them
do their thing
and
be there to pick up any pieces.
Do you feel like your kids come to you as adults now, like for advice, like we would have maybe with our parents? Do you see them seeking that now?
I think it's different.
No,
I think it's a lot different. I had no problem. Like I went to Gail Gallup for a lot of advice, and I went to Joyce, Bob's mom, a lot for advice. And when I would go to them, like, I mean, I laid that shit out. Like, I didn't pretend. Like, I think I'm a shitty mom.
Yeah.
Like, I think I'm doing stuff wrong. Like, can you help me? I mean, Gail had no problem putting me in my place. and then Joyce would do it in a really nice way. And then she would lead me on certain things and help me with certain things. And teach me in her own way. And sometimes just call me out too, which was good. And
Sometimes that feels good because then at least you have an answer or
I
someone
wasn't-
said
I wasn't
something
deeply
guided you.
offended.
No.
Oh God, no, because oh my God, can you imagine if we got offended over things back then?
Jeez.
Bygones, get over it.
Bygones.
Bygones.
That was
Bygones.
Gail's.
Oh,
Get
yes.
over it.
Bygones, get over it.
Bygones.
Okay, moving on. Sorry. No, not sorry.
Not sorry.
Not sorry. So what'd you do today? Right?
Yeah.
It wasn't. But I feel like kids, they don't think
They're
that we
not
have
interested.
any advice to give them.
We
They
have no
know
advice.
everything.
They know everything. You know why? Because they watched a fucking Instagram reel on it. And so therefore they are now the authority on it.
Oh yeah.
They know everything.
They got their masters.
And you're an idiot. You're stupid. You're an idiot. You don't know anything that you're talking about. I'm the only one that knows how to raise a child, not you. And I'm the only one that knows how to budget my books. And I'm the most brilliant person in the room. And I'm 25 years old.
but
I'm brilliant.
But you're there the second they fell.
100%. And
Yeah.
so what I've realized is it doesn't matter
every time.
who's got more wisdom.
Right.
Doesn't matter who's the smartest person in the room.
Right.
No.
Doesn't matter who's the most charismatic. All that matters is that I still love you. And at the end of the day, when you fall apart, I
I'll
want to
be
be there
here.
for you.
Right.
And I will be there for you. And
If my boys are listening, that's the truth.
yeah, right? Like at the end of the day, it just doesn't matter.
No.
The fight doesn't matter. It doesn't matter whether you're making good, bad choices, whatever.
100%.
None of that matters. I love you.
Just come to me.
And I love you for who you are. And I hope that you love me for who I am,
Mhm.
which is someone that will do anything for you.
Yeah.
And also give you our opinion. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Sometimes.
But now I got to keep it shut.
and now
so,
we can't.
which brings me back to being very lonely.
So what do we think that what is the cost of loneliness? Like what is like the true cost of it? Because I feel like it's hurting my health.
Yeah.
Right?
It's self.
Yeah.
Self is the cost.
Yeah.
Do you ever feel like you're constantly overstimulated yet not stimulated enough?
Yes.
Not by the right things. I
Right.
think that's what it is.
I feel like I'm like this autistic kid that's overly stimulated by the world.
We could
But
be autistic,
have-
by the way.
I know it's possible.
We all could
It's
be. I'm
possible.
just saying.
But I'm not stimulated enough with the things that matter.
Well, I think that we're being stimulated by the wrong thing. It's our culture,
Yeah.
right? Instead of like when we were kids, we were stimulated by, throwing dirt clods
I was going to
and
say, playing ditch 'em in the street.
yeah, and tag and riding our bikes,
But that was
6
connection.
miles to the river.
So true.
Right.
Yeah.
So those were our little dopamine hits where
Yeah.
now we're searching. We don't even get sunlight anymore.
But
Yeah.
we actually had connection back
We
then.
definitely had
much.
connection.
And now we have zero. I mean, we don't have zero. I just meant that it's different in this day and age, the way that people connect with you. It's very distant. They don't just
Even-
lean in
yeah.
and be vulnerable and humble. You know what I mean? They just are very distant and like, can we just text? You know what I mean?
Well, also like how we connect with our significant others. Like, I get home, we eat, we watch our show, we go to bed.
It can
right?
be very routine if you're not careful.
So it's like, how are we connecting in depth with our significant other? Are we talking about things that actually matter? And when we're not, that's an issue for us. But maybe it's not an issue for them. They feel like everything's fine. I don't know. But like for me, if we're not talking about some real shit once in a while, I feel like we're not connected. And I feel like, it's just, we're just existing.
superficial
Yeah.
in a sense.
So I think it's important that we take the time to really connect with our significant other and with
Right.
our friends and with our children, and not just the superficial stuff. But it's like, where do we find time for all of this and still
Right.
do everything
It's
we're
still
doing?
like prioritizing, the important things in your life. Research says that being lonely can impact your health just as much as smoking or heart disease.
I believe that.
I believe
Right.
that.
I also believe
that.
it can stir up sadness and
Yeah.
then frustration and then anger and then therefore cortisol. And you know what I mean? And it just seems like such a deathly spiral.
I
Shows up
agree.
in low energy, in having trouble sleeping at night.
Heard.
Like
Yeah.
it is a real thing and it has a real effect, on us.
Don't you think it's a real topic too, Gina? Like with a lot of other women? Don't you guys think
It's
that?
like a
Yes.
silent
I just talked to a woman the other day
It is
that told
silent.
me
It is
that she
silent.
feels very lonely.
But see, like you can, like,
And
so
she's in
if
our age group.
if I went to Adam and said, I'm feeling really lonely, one, he either wants to fix it because he doesn't understand it because he's a fixer of things,
Men
or he
are,
takes offense to it.
Yep.
Right. And then you just don't feel safe enough to say things like that. So our loneliness is just self.
I just
Yeah.
had a thought. Yeah, I know. I always have a thought. But my point is that is it our generation? Like, if you think about the younger generation, they didn't really go outside and play on their bikes and do all that kind of stuff without social media and all that stuff. We really had to rely on that. And then all of a sudden that was gone and now we have a screen. They grew up on this and so they don't know any different in a sense. Is it different for them? Is that why we feel lonely? Or is it an age that you get to? And then
No,
you
they're
start
damn
to feel
zombies.
lonely?
I
They're
think
zombies. They
lonely.
just
they're
sit-
lonely too.
If all my kids come to my house, like say a Sunday and we're going to have like Sunday dinner, like
Everybody's swiping.
any given Sunday, right? They are all on the couch swiping through their phone.
That's crazy.
They're not talking. They're not connecting. Maybe off and on. Did you see this video? Did you this? Did you that? But they're swiping.
So they're
swiping.
together, but they're alone.
Yeah.
Really.
I think they're just as lonely as we are. And I think that if they're being real about it and they take time to really think about it, they'll tell you how lonely they are. But saying that you're lonely feels weak. It's embarrassing. It's almost easier now to say that you have anxiety than it is to say that you're lonely.
I wonder if that's what it equals.
I think that loneliness, depression, anxiety, I think they all go together.
Hand in hand, right?
Yeah.
So what about like people from the past? Like what about women from the past? You know a lot about this, Mo.
Yeah. I mean, loneliness isn't new or anything. It's just the way that we've experienced it has changed. In the past, women's lives were entwined by necessity. They had, community work, sharing childcare, mutual survival, really, right? Like if you lived in a village, you're all working together to do stuff.
Mhm.
And, convenience has really replaced the community, which is kind of like what I was talking about, how we don't do our own shopping anymore. And,
Dude, they were like butchering a chicken together and
Yeah.
making a pot of
I mean, they're literally,
soup.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
So my mom would go to the grocery store and it would take us 3 hours.
Yeah, because she
At
talked to
Marvell.
everyone.
She
I
would talk to-
avoid it so I don't have to talk to anyone.
Yeah, no, I mean,
What
you
is
could
that,
not.
though?
Every aisle there was somebody else, and we just, as kids, we just stood there, or just
Were you
screwed
ever
around.
thinking like,
My
oh
mom.
gosh, here goes mom again?
As a teenager, I
think my boys did.
enjoyed it, but I think as a smaller child, like it really felt like it took forever to go to the grocery store. My mom knew everybody in this town, so it was like a great meeting place to
Yeah.
stop and catch up with whoever
Marvel.
she ran into.
Yeah.
Little melting pot.
Marvel.
It was.
Yeah.
Marvell was a melting pot. But, now we run from those types of situations. If we know we're going to get trapped, we want to get the hell out of
We're
there.
lonely.
Duck and hide.
But yet we're lonely.
We should have the conversation.
Yeah, we should take the time to have those conversations
They're
and forget
important.
about all the other stuff. But it's hard because all the other stuff is what pays our bills or whatever it is.
Or my show's on.
Or
at
I'm just in
7.
a mood.
That's the other
And
thing.
I'm super friendly. You guys know me, but sometimes I just don't want to. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Just like
sometimes I'm in a mood.
I just want to get in and get out and go home. I don't want to.
I agree.
And it's always the time that I see someone
I 100% agree
and my
with
hair
that.
is not done and my makeup's
That's
not done.
another big thing for me, especially like in the town that I have lived in my whole life. It's like, if somebody sees me without my makeup or I'm in my mojo outfit or if I look a little extra fat today, like I don't want everyone to see me. I want them to see me when I have my nice clothes
When I'm
on,
all put together.
all my
Yeah.
makeup on, because I don't want them talking crap about me. I don't want them being like, oh yeah, Mo looks like crap now.
Is that what they would do?
Yeah, I
Or
do.
is that
I do
like-
believe
yeah,
that.
you do.
I do believe that actually.
Because small town.
yeah.
Mhm.
Because everybody just wants to think the worst of you.
Mhm.
Like,
I thought, other people, because I feel like the people you surround yourself most with won't ever
No.
do that. But
No.
like other people, I do feel like they kind of
they want to bring you down.
look down their nose a little bit. And you're just like,
Yeah.
hey, I was scrubbing my kitchen floor like the regular person.
But what's funny is I feel like I don't do that. It's kind of like when we talk about like how people would say, oh, so-and-so's house is dirty. Like when I would go to somebody's house, I never thought that. I was never like, oh my God, their house is filthy.
It would have to be dirty in order for me to think that.
Even that, I wouldn't. When I was young, especially, like I never thought that.
Never.
It was never thought. But I would always think when people were coming to my house, everything had to be immaculate or they couldn't walk in my front door.
It's a joke between me and my husband. He's like, oh, we got visitors coming. There goes Andy. I've got to go clean everything and start scrubbing everything. He's like, why don't we just keep the house like that? I'm like, well, who wants to do this all the time? You know what I mean?
But like, think about it. Like back in the day, our moms would have people over for coffee and cigarettes. And I mean, their house was trash. Their house looked like crap.
Yeah.
But no one cared. They were just doing their thing. Like
My house was never trashed.
it was like always, well,
No.
mine was.
Yeah, no.
Because you guys kept it clean.
I mean, we had to.
They had to. Her dad.
Yeah. It
That wasn't
wasn't,
gonna be
it
a
wasn't
thing.
a thing. But I mean, she did have people.
She had people over
having
all the
coffee
time.
and cigarettes.
It's
all the
why
time.
she could, though.
Yeah.
All the time.
The kids will just
Yeah.
clean the house.
It's so true.
Oh my gosh.
So how do we break the cycle?
It's a great question.
Yeah, really. Because I mean, if it does cause sickness or depression or any of these other things that we're discussing, how do we stop it?
It's interrupting my hormones.
It's part of it. And I think our hormones are part of the loneliness too.
Yeah, for sure.
So I did talk to a doctor one time, and actually it was more than one, but one in particular said that I was having some issues with postpartum at the time. And he was like, look, you really got to get this under control. And he was talking about women that had just had babies, but he was also talking about just women in general, how it's overlooked, their depression, anxiety, the stress that's just overlooked, that they tend to put on a face and just try to be there for everyone. And it causes them to decline like that mentally. And a lot of times it will end in suicide.
Yeah,
It's just something that we don't really think about, but it's true.
it is.
You know, that's what happens to people when they don't have someone where they can go.
Feel safe.
Yeah, feel safe.
Well, I feel like women, and maybe not just our age, but like the things that are going on with our body through perimenopause and menopause are like, why aren't they being talked about? Like, why aren't they coming up with a blue pill for us?
Well,
right?
the doctor
A
just
guy
said
can't get his
that,
wiener up and they got a pill in 5.5
but I just
seconds.
tell you, but I
Yeah.
just tell you that women like kill themselves over this, and they don't.
and no one
have-
cares.
Then nobody talks about it.
Oh, you know what?
Yeah.
You need to get on hormone replacement. You'll be fine.
Or we just put you out to pasture.
And,
Yeah, it's
literally,
fine.
we'll put you
Yeah.
out to pasture.
It's just, it's sad. And I think that, you know,
I will graze grass for the rest of my life. Just leave me alone.
I'll just be lonely.
I want those little chickpea chips that they have, the little puffs. That's what I want to eat.
No, I don't want to eat grass.
I don't want to eat grass. I want to have those little puffs.
So practical things that we can do.
Okay.
We'll just sum this up.
Yeah,
right?
let's do it.
Yes.
Reach out to your friends, reach out to your people, to your tribe, right? Maybe, hello,
Maybe.
Hello.
making it a conversation.
Yeah.
Like instead of something quietly that we deal with on our own, is just be like, I'm lonely and I need a friend right now, you know, or I need a group of friends right now, or let's do a wind down Wednesday type of thing, you know?
Did you say wine?
Wind down
Fucked up Friday.
You said wind.
Oh,
Wind
no,
down.
wind down.
Oh.
Wind down.
Oh, well, it's
W-I-N-E.
usually wind down, and you said wine down. I was
Wind
like, ooh,
down.
I got it. I was a little slow on it, and I thought I was. Never mind.
What else can we do?
Digital detox. Remove one app for 48 hours and see what happens.
Or just remove the app in
A
general.
word.
Like
Just
if
try
it's
it.
feeding your soul, then yay. But if it's not and it's toxic, get rid of it.
Yep.
Makes sense.
Accepting invitations. I
Oh,
don't
actually
really
doing
want to
it?
do that, but
Oh, like the thing we just talked about with you?
Yeah.
Okay. Gina's going to
What
do
about
it.
the 3x3 rule?
I like that. I like that rule.
What
The
is
three,
it?
3 people, 3 minutes, 3 times a week.
Yep. Connect.
oh,
3 people, 3 minutes, 3 times a week.
I don't know.
You do
Yes,
too.
you
You're such
do.
a liar.
We're 2 of them.
Hello, you only need one
That's
more.
all I said.
Add
Who's right to
one more. Just add one more
It's
to
my
it.
mother-in-law.
Aw, see, you know 3.
That's
Yes.
funny. Did you know that loneliness also it like heightens your sensitivity?
That makes sense.
I mean, it makes like what you hear louder, and it makes you feel things more deeply. But have you ever thought like maybe it's a way of your body trying to reconnect with the world, not anxiety? Like
Yeah.
it's like a survival mode.
It is a survival mode. I agree with
like you're
that.
just reaching out. Like you're just like I don't know. Sometimes I feel like
100%.
lashing out from all this is sort of the same thing.
It's the same thing. Yeah, I agree.
Obviously, we're not going to get what we want, but so how do we unlearn the chronic disconnections that we have?
It's a great question.
Like, can we allow kindness to happen to us?
Yeah.
I mean, because we don't. A lot of times we want to do the kind thing for
We
other
always
people.
want to do for others.
And we don't
Yeah.
allow the compliment or the
Gifts
help
or
or the whatever. I look at
Right.
Gina when I say help. I immediately looked at because she never asks for
she
help.
never wants help. She waits till
doesn't.
she's drowning.
She's like,
And
I
then
can
she goes,
do it.
well, no one cared, so therefore I died. So true.
Thanks.
So let me ask you girls a question.
Yeah.
When's the last time you've been seen? That you've felt seen?
Honestly, and this is, it's really odd that we're even having this conversation because it sounds like I'm just making this up. But because of the things that have been going on, loneliness has been pretty intense in my house right now. Like my boys made the decisions to go live with their dad and things like that. That was really hard. But then my mom, a lot of you know that she has cancer, and we've been working towards that, and it's been going really good. But it doesn't mean that it hasn't been stressful and very lonely. It's been 6 months of just constant battling this disease. And it's very ostracizing sort of with other people because you're just not yourself. You're putting all your energies somewhere else. So I would say today, really, Greg sat down with me and we were just talking, and I had just woke up and I seriously I felt the tears start immediately. I just felt overwhelmed and that heaviness in my chest, and it's actually in my, like right here and in my lower, like right beneath my breastbone. I get this worry, and I just was like, I feel like I don't know what's going to happen, and it's not my timing, and I'm scared. And he just really kind of said, you're not by yourself right now. You're not alone, and I'm here with you, and we're going to battle this together. I've got court coming up tomorrow. Choose your partners wisely. I got it for custody kind of thing. And it's really taking a toll on me. And I honestly feel very alone about it. But your brother has spent probably more than 60 hours with me. We counted them up trying to prepare this paperwork for court. He has 100% made me feel seen and not alone. He knew I couldn't handle it on my own, that nobody really could, that people get lost in these things all the time. And he just, I don't know, he's just been so soft with me. And I needed that. I just needed someone just to let me cry and be a pity party for a little while. You know what I mean? Like I miss my boys and I'm worried about my mom and I'm scared sometimes. And I do give it to God, but I mean, I'm human. And so he's just kind of stepped in and like he pulls me onto his lap and holds me and lets me be kind of like a little girl sort of, and makes things all better.
It's awesome.
But that was seriously today, and he's been really good about it. But before that, it was a different story. No offense, Greg. I'm just saying he's been doing really good, and I am thankful for that. It just
That's
so happened
something
that's
today. Something to be thankful for.
100%.
For sure.
Yeah. What about you, Gina? When's the last time you were seen?
I can't tell you.
It's been a while, huh?
I don't know.
I feel like it was a while before me too. Like with other people, especially.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
I mean, the other day, Lily sent me a really nice text that said, "We love you and we appreciate you."
Yeah.
That was nice.
Yeah. But
That was after you poured into
I'm going
the
to say, like,
situation.
my partner isn't the most empathetic person, that he doesn't have the gift of empathy, if I can maybe explain it like that.
He has other strengths.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. He has a lot of other strength. This is just not his strength. And he's more of a, what can I say at this moment that is right to make her feel better,
That'll fix it.
but maybe isn't the most genuine, right?
Okay,
Or there's not a lot of empathy behind that.
right. Because men.
Yeah.
Sorta.
So
They're made to fix things.
yeah, they are. They are.
They're the
And
fixers.
They're like, so it's practical. So why don't you just go find a girl group then?
yeah,
You know what I
it,
mean?
he is very, If I
Go on a
do, if I
trip.
say, if
Go
I,
away.
if I say I'm lonely, he can say, you can go visit my mom in Georgia, or, oh, you're going to start school pretty soon, or maybe you should join a church group, or, you started working again, or, like he just wants to fix it, where sometimes I don't need to be fixed. I just need to, I'm not sure.
Have support while you figure it out.
Yeah. And just like, this is normal how you're feeling. And like last week, kind of lost my shit. Went to work one day, lost my shit while I was there. And I was like, this is why I don't come to work, And I'm like, he's standing there because I was going to make him something to bring to one of the hospitals. But I'm literally like just kind of losing it and having this meltdown and just like no filter. But it was just me and him. And I needed to like scream and yell. And then he just said something just like real, like so matter of fact. And I was like, that's great. And that may be true. But you know what? Right now, I didn't need to hear that because there is nobody that can beat me up better than me.
100%. And you don't think I thought about that girl group?
Yeah.
Or making a phone call?
Right.
What's wrong with me? I get it. But,
maybe I just needed to scream and yell. And then you just tell me, you're
right. You're safe.
You're right.
I got you.
And no matter what, this is going to work out, you know, but he wanted to, one, put me in my place, and two, repair.
Which is totally great. And we all want a man that can do that.
Right.
But at the same time, sometimes that's just not the answer.
Right. Like I needed a hug or,
let me cry for a second for no reason whatsoever.
Yeah. So I don't know when the last time I felt seen. I really don't know what that means. So when's the last time you felt seen? What does it mean?
So the last time I felt seen was in a discussion with Gina. So, cause she's my safe space. So like I could talk about my husband, my children, work, and know that it's 100% safe, that she's going to call me out on my bullshit, but she's also going to see it a lot of the times from my side. Mm-hmm. And because she's going through very similar things, and it's a safe space for me. I'm not going to offend her by how I feel about anyone else and how things are affecting me. And she's not going to fucking fix it for me. She's not trying to fix it for me. She's just my friend and she's just listening to me. And so that's when I feel really seen. And sometimes I wish that I felt more seen by my significant other like that, instead of always feeling like I have to defend how I feel. And that I have to defend that, I think this is BS.
And then
I
feel
have
guilty for your feelings.
Yes. And then, so it's just best that I just don't share them. So I just want to share my feelings.
It's interesting you said Gina, because you just asked when's the last time, and that just happened to be today. But you're right. A lot of times it's this podcast. It's coming into this room for the hour we start podcast and being able to just dump what happened.
Yeah. We usually do a therapy session before we get into
100%. We're each other's therapist. And then I have my Jen, and it's the same thing. When we get together, we just pour into each other, just like talk and dump and brainstorm, and it's just like you said, a safe place to not be judged.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And she's not going to judge me, and I'm not going to judge her. We know, like, we're in this together. Like, we both see each other's flaws. We both know each other's strong suits, and we're not afraid to call each other out still. Like when we are wrong, to help us get back in there and do the right thing with our spouse and with our children.
Friends do. They gently guide. Yeah. They do not allow you to, and they don't enable you to do bad things.
Gina never encourages me to do something bad. She never encourages me to want to end my relationship or, whatever. She'll call me out on where I went wrong, like call out my crazy, call out where he may have went wrong.
And have your back.
And be like, yeah, it's okay though. Like, it's okay that he's wrong on that. It doesn't matter. Like it just move on. But it makes me feel seen. And that's really all I want.
And you had a chance to be heard for just a second.
And what's funny is I understand that concept probably better than anybody, because when customers are upset, right? They don't want you to solve the problem, right? So they're pissed off because their pizza got messed up and they got reimbursed for it, but they're so pissed off, they're going to write this bad review and they're going to tell you how you don't know how to run your business. And sometimes you just got to let them browbeat you and just let them feel hurt.
Be humble
and just be like, okay, like really I hear you. Yeah. Like, I'm sorry, we're going to do our best to fix that. Like, thanks a lot. Like, I'm really sorry. I hope you come back. Sometimes with the people that we love, we have to just take the browbeat, let them say how they feel, and let them feel heard. And I think a lot of the times, especially for men, that's hard for them because they want to fix it. They're the fixers. So rather than just say, okay, all right, they want to fix it and tell you that you're crazy.
You know what Greg said to me when I said that? When he did all this and I still didn't respond, he said he felt helpless because he was trying to fix it, and I couldn't allow him to.
Yeah.
And it hit me when you were saying that.
Yeah.
And I wonder if that's why, and why they get so defensive.
They do.
Because they know they can fix it and they know they have the answer. If you would just listen.
That's
You know what I
that's
mean?
so great, because that's literally the frustration that I think that my husband gets with me.
Right.
And I think that even my own son gets that with me sometimes. I think it's like a male thing. Like they can fix it. Just shut the fuck up and listen to what I'm telling you to do.
Right.
It's easy.
And we'll fix this.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
quit being emotional. It's not an emotional
I
thing.
got you.
I got it.
Yeah.
Like
right.
everything is an emotional thing.
But I want to be crying.
Oh.
But I think that the main thing is, I think everyone feels lonely though. I don't think it's just women. I don't think it's just women our age. I think it's especially women, and especially women our age.
For sure.
But it's not only us.
No, I seriously feel like men have the same thing.
For sure.
It's just, it presents differently.
For
You know what I
sure.
mean? And their needs are different.
Yeah.
And I think that this is a cue, not a crisis,
Right.
right? So it's helping us know, hey, you feel lonely, let's fix it.
Right.
Right.
Like our husbands would say, let's fix
Right.
it. Let's make it right. So we're going to start doing the things to help us. And stillness can be where the healing starts. You know, let's be still and see what's making us lonely and maybe cut it out.
Hey there, tribe. Loneliness can feel like endlessness, but it's not the whole story. You are seen and you are needed. You are never truly alone. Reach out, connect, and remember your presence matters. This is Mighty Mo reminding you, feel blessed, be blessed.